This is a drawing by Jean-Baptiste Oudry. It's called The Dog Who Carried the Dinner Basket for His Master and is a work of art done on paper. It was created over 200 years ago. You may ask yourself, why is this drawing important today? Well, the more you understand about this drawing, the easier it will be to understand the creator's message, even as it is applicable today. Welcome to the Ackland Art Museum, located on the campus of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. This museum is home to over 16,000 works of art from around the world, including the dog who carried the dinner basket for his master. We're here to find out more about this drawing. Jean-Baptiste Oudry lived in 18th century France, where he made a living as a painter of animals and designer of tapestries. In addition to the Ackland's drawing, The Dog Who Carried the Dinner Basket, he created these works. This painting is of Missy and Luten, two prize dogs that belonged to French King Louis XV. This work, A Hare and a Leg of Lamb, is painted in such a way it almost looks real. This style of painting is called trompe l'œil, which literally in French means deceive the eye. This work resides at the Cleveland Museum of Art in Ohio. Oudry created a drawing for each of the fables written by Jean de La Fontaine. By the time he was done, Oudry amassed a set of 276 drawings. This one, with a partridge, can be found in the National Gallery of Art.
University of North Carolina's campus in Wilson Library, where the university has its special and rare book collection. We've pulled one of La Fontaine's volumes from the shelf. We're looking at a publication from 1765. Now, what's quite different from Oudry's original drawing is that we have the dogs here engaged in what seems to be a peaceful confrontation rather than a violent fight like Oudry chose to illustrate. A potential reason for doing this is this illustrator wanted to provide a more pleasing experience and less challenging for his readers who picked up this volume. This is Oudry's drawing, and it's on a handmade blue paper. Blue papers were originally made in Europe to be wrapping papers, and they were made out of the rags that weren't white enough to make good writing paper. But it was very soon after that, by the 1500s, that artists realized this was a wonderful drawing medium, and papermakers started making the blue paper specifically for the artist market.
This is the process of paper making. You take pulp, which can be created from recycled paper or cloth. Then you mix it into a bucket of water. This mixture is called slurry. You can use a wooden frame with a screen called a decal. When you submerge and remove the decal in the slurry like so, it will leave behind an even layer of fibers. When pressed and dried, these will make your paper. This drawing is done in a picturesque style.
Picturesque can be a hard style to define, but basically it's a style of landscape created in a natural setting and then mimicked in paintings. If the artist feels the need to alter or improve on some aspect, they do. This painting, in which I have happy little trees and a happy little world, can be considered picturesque.
Thanks, Bob. You're so smart.
So what is it that makes our drawing unique from the 276 other La Fontaine illustrations? This one is the only one that features two animals of the same species fighting. The two dogs are fighting because a wild dog wants to take away the basket from a pet dog who every day takes his master his food to where he works in the woods. Do you see the pack of wild dogs in the background? The fable tells us the domestic dog outsmarts the wild dogs by asking if he could have the first bite and then let the wild dogs have the rest. Then, The pet dog takes the biggest mouthful he can, just leaving a smidgen for the rest of the dogs. We can relate the conflict between the two dogs to many modern themes.
Let's see what George does about this. Well, he goes out and he goes to where he usually found the food, on the left. But this time it's marked O, and there's no food in there. Well, there's really skullduggery been going on. According to the way George looks, he'll probably go home and write his congressman about that. But he's stubborn. He says, wait a minute, I know there's food around here somewhere. So he goes through the door on the right, just on a chance. He has nothing to lose, the one marked M. And there's his blue plate special again. And he's right up to his ears in that food. There it still is, through the door marked M, on the right. Well, the professor keeps switching backward and forward, but one thing is constant, and George finally finds it out. That M means meal. And when you turn him out, he looks around, picks the door marked M, and when he gets there, he knows he's on his way to his meal.
Hi, look what I got.
Where'd you get that?
Dad gave it to me for my birthday.
All my old man ever gave me was a good licking.
Just the same, that's where I got it.
Get off, I want to ride it.
Oh, no, chick, not my new bike.
Look, no hands.
Oh, my new bike.
City traffic is the final test of skill for dog and master, the final exam before graduation day. Sure hands on the harness mean hope and confidence in the future. Graduation day at San Rafael, when a guide dog is called a living diploma. A pair of eyes for those living in perpetual darkness. Together now, man and dog, they go out into the world and on their own. Living diplomas, finest graduation gift of all.
Boy, you just about saved my life.
Now we know why this drawing was made, the story it's based on, the basic themes that it introduces, and how Oudry's drawing is still important today. So, has our time together made you think differently about this particular drawing? Can you relate with any of the themes that we've introduced?
When you look at it now, do you understand it or see it differently? Think about it. If you knew more about each work of art that you saw, would that change your opinion about it? For even more information, please check out the Ackland Art Museum's website or stop by the museum here in lovely Chapel Hill.